Hi Ross. I've got a run going at the minute, so I can't really do a video about payments or anything like that. I can't demo any of that while it's running. But as soon as I take a break, I'll make sure I make some videos then. So I just wanted to show you some of the new functionality that I've been working on, um, and give you an idea about that. Then, in this, we'll call this video one. So just log in, and so essentially there was a problem where I was trying to describe about Trex profits, and the way the current version works is Trex can be at profit, but you're actually losing money. So it's almost like I was being deceptive, So I wanted to make it really clear and easy to understand. So hopefully I've done that now. So as you open it, it looks just the same. So only once you go into the manage view, that you can see it. You can see here there's three new columns, three new data blocks or whatever, for market profits, Trex profit, and then it shows this. This was the existing one, was already there in the previous versions. You know about that. You can see there the value. So the value was already there. Start value is new. This profit one here is new, and market profits are new. So 1, 3, and 4 are new, and these two are existing, value and Trex profit. So basically, we've got the start value is set to 0 at the minute, but once the value is calculated on the groups, so that's just the Bitcoin at the minute. So, but once the value is calculated on the groups, once the timer hits 3, the start value gets logged. Now, this is not at current prices or anything. This is the start value as it is right now, and it's not going to change throughout the length of the run. So you can see it's just updated there to what the value was. So that's the total value, and this is going to fluctuate then as prices fluctuate, but the start value is going to remain the same, and the profit is just going to be the difference between those two numbers. So that's quite simple in terms of what that is, and that's easy for the user to understand, and that's what I wanted. So you've got where you started, where you are now, and whether you're profit or loss, and these text will change from profit to loss as needs be. So the other column then, market loss and Trex profit. Trex profit's just actually what Trex is doing, and it's very easy for Trex to understand its own performance, because all it needs to do is look at this column here, which shows this is at current prices, all your wallet balances as they were when you started at current prices. So you can see it changing as the prices change. And so that's effectively what you would have had if you never ran Trex. If you just didn't move any digital currency, you didn't incur any fees, and you didn't make any payments to the bandwagon hunter, this is what you would have had. The BTC now then is what gets represented up here in Trex profit, the difference between these two things, the BTC now, because we know how much we would have had if Trex didn't start, and now we know how much it has because Trex did start. So now we know what the Trex profit is. It's dead easy to work out the market loss profit, because it's just the difference between. Well, you see the way the actual loss is here. It's saying -1. The market loss is the same because Trex profit's 0. So effectively, what you could have is you could have the overall profits being the market profit could be up 20 quid. Trex profit could be down a tenner. So therefore, the overall profit will be exactly £10. And that's just the way it's calculated. So it's dead easy. So effectively, you know how that's calculated. You know how the value is calculated, the current value, and that's just the difference. The profit loss here, the third one, is just the difference between these two values. And the Trex profit I've explained, and the market loss is just the difference between these two values and your actual profit and your Trex profit. So essentially you can see what's happening there. Trex hasn't done anything. It hasn't made any trades. It hasn't this loss, this 24p loss, is just simply a result of market activity, prices moving. So it should be easier for the user to see what's going on in this mode, and you can see whether any Trex profit is basically, if you're making a profit, then why is that? Is it because of Trex or because of markets, or a combination of the two? Trex will go into profit if given enough time. Market loss profit just depends on what direction the prices are heading, and God knows if they're going up, down, or just rotating about actually. And that's what I wanted to do for Trex, just to go up and down all the time. And Trex will make a fortune out of it. So that's those columns. I might change it so basically the view between having manage on and off just alternates. whether even all the time just sits and alternates maybe every 20 seconds or something, and then it basically means that I want the user to always be able to see their payments, and some of these counters are really useful, especially the timer in the early stages, even when it's going to initialize the number of loans you have open, it's all kind of useful information. And so I might just have it all alternating like that, so you can basically have a wee read, and then the normal loss profit just stays up. And obviously the Trex profit is going to be determined by the colour of this line, red or green or whatever. So you probably see when I went into manage then, I had a new thing for Coinbase. I've about 6 different things to implement in Coinbase, and I've done 2 of them. So effectively what I can do is I can get the value of all your wallets on Coinbase, and I can also get generate addresses to transfer money from Bittrex to Coinbase. So I just need to work out how to sell digital currency to euros, and then buy back in from euros, and then transfer it back out into Bittrex from Coinbase. So I'd say in a couple of weeks, and this would be maybe 3 tops, 4 absolute tops, but I'd say it's not going to take too long. I'm just doing it part time, just far and away, but it's going to be brilliant, because what it means is you don't have to keep an eye on the markets to make sure your things aren't sinking, because Trex will actually do that for you. If things are plummeting, especially after a growth, especially after you've made profits, it'll protect your profits, automatically. It doesn't, and I think part of the problem with this is, when things are surging, you really think you're going to be loaded, and you get greedy, and then you don't want to sell out as it's falling. You think it'll keep coming back, and you don't sell out. But I think the best thing about Trex is it doesn't have any emotions. It just it does what it does, and it doesn't let anything get in the way of it. So that's the sort of functionality that's going to go in the next version, and I'd say it's going to be really good and hopefully fully automatic. So all the user has to do is just leave it alone. It's very easy to get kind of dragged into watching every wee thing it does, especially when it's new and you're wanting to understand it and you find it interesting or whatever. But I think Trex just wants to be left alone, So on that note, I'll close off video 1 here, and I'll aim to make another video in the not too distant future. And I'll speak to you soon, buddy. All right.